This video contains sensitive material. It is not intended to disrespect any of the parties involved. It was produced using content found on the internet. This content may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Among the mountains and forests of Fukuoka Prefecture, Japan, there is a place many avoid mentioning. A tunnel forgotten by time, shrouded in mystery and dark stories. This is the Inunaki Tunnel. Its name means dog bark, but the origin of this name is as mysterious as the place itself. Some say it comes from the howls of wild dogs in the area. Others tell a tragic story of a man who killed his own dog, only to later discover the animal was trying to warn him of an approaching killer. Built in the 1940s and 1950s as part of an old national road, the tunnel once connected rural areas with larger towns. Over time, however, it became poorly maintained, narrow, dangerous. By the mid-1970s, a new tunnel was built. The old one was sealed. Today, only a few hidden entrances allow the curious to get near it. Even abandoned, the Inunaki Tunnel has not lost its power to fascinate and to terrify. Visitors claim that as they approach, the air changes, cars stop working, cell signals disappear, strange sounds echo from the darkness. Some hear screams of children or women. Others feel as if they are being watched, and some, even without entering, experience intense chills or have disturbing dreams after passing nearby. Among the trees, hidden huts reveal candles, dolls, and offerings, signs of rituals that defy explanation. There are reports of hostile figures, armed with sickles or axes, who appear out of nowhere and chase away those who approach. Some say these figures are shepherds of the village, guardians of the place. Makeshift traps, like barbed wire or camouflaged holes, reinforce the feeling of danger. For the Japanese, the tunnel inspires both fascination and respect for the supernatural. Many believe heavy energy resides there, or even spirits of old victims and villagers of Inunaki. According to records and rumors, the village mysteriously disappeared during Japan's modernization. Some historians suggest the village was isolated, self-sufficient, and even involved in endogamous practices. Others believe the place was the scene of crimes or rituals society preferred to forget. Over the years, disturbing reports have emerged. Drivers say their cars simply stop near the entrance. Explorers inside the tunnel report whispers. Figures passing through cameras unseen, improvised traps like barbed wire or holes covered by leaves. There are also stories of past accidents, school buses falling into nearby valleys, and it is said that the spirits of these children still wander the area. Even after the tunnel was sealed, the curious still try to enter, drawn by the allure of the forbidden by stories that blend tragedy, legend, and hauntings. On December 7th, 1988, the Inunaki Tunnel became the scene of one of the most brutal crimes in the region's history. 5 young people, aged 16 to 19, known for minor offenses. They confronted Umayama Koichi, a 20-year-old exemplary worker. He was simply on his way home. Koichi was a devoted son. He lived with his mother and grandmother. He sent most of his salary to support his family. That day, he was driving alone on a familiar route. The youths approached him. The assault began with intimidation, then quickly escalated to physical violence. Koichi was beaten inside the vehicle. What started as vandalism became something far darker. Desperate, Koichi tried to negotiate, to plead, to explain, but to the attackers, it was only macabre entertainment. He was handcuffed, taken to the tunnel. The walk seemed endless. With each step, the atmosphere grew heavier. The forest seemed to silently watch what was about to happen. Even in terror, Koichi still hoped to escape. One mistake. Any opportunity. But upon seeing the tunnel entrance, corroded and plunged in darkness, he realized this was his final destination. Inside, silence was broken only by dripping water. The damp walls and echoing footsteps created a claustrophobic feeling. Far from human eyes, the youths unleashed cruel violence. Gasoline was poured over Koichi, desperate. He fled into the forest. The area was isolated, frightening. The attackers called him back, claiming they would not harm him, and he, unfortunately, believed them. Upon returning, he was tied more tightly, gasoline was poured again, and they set him on fire, killing him cruelly. Afterward, the five took his car to the city. They boasted of the murder in a bar, even bragging about the fire. The body was found shortly after. The brutality shocked even experienced officers. Forensics confirmed he was alive when he suffered severe burns. Soot in his airways proved he inhaled smoke. He was conscious during the attack. The investigation moved fast. Traces were found. Witnesses came forward. The group was arrested just 3 days later. The car had fingerprints inside. The leaders received life sentences. The others received lesser sentences. In days, the criminals were arrested. But the horror they left behind intensified the tunnel's mystique. For many, Inunaki ceased to be just a cursed place. It became a silent witness to an incomprehensible crime. Even closed to the public, stories of strange phenomena persist. Residents report screams of children and women at night, cars stopping for no reason, mysterious scratches on vehicles, unexplained handprints on windows. There are also reports of suicides on nearby cliffs. Screams echo through the night. Fear intensifies for those who approach. How do these stories appear if no one can enter? It is the forbidden that attracts explorers, paranormal investigators, and the curious risk entering. Inside, many feel watched, touched by something invisible, or witness phenomena that defy explanation. One well-known story: a school bus full of children went off the road near the tunnel. All perished. It is said their spirits still wander. At night, passers-by swear they hear giggles, footsteps, and running along the road. Another legend: a mysterious phone number, 0123456789. Those who dial it are said to be taken directly to the tunnel. They hear terrifying screams and non-human whispers. Some swear anyone who calls dies within a week. The number did exist in Hokkaido, but was deactivated due to notoriety. Mysterious disappearances are also reported. Local newspapers occasionally report someone vanished and was never seen again. Are these just legends? Or is someone using these stories to commit crimes unnoticed? The Inunaki Tunnel inspired films, games, and anime, blending real events and fiction, a place where reality and the supernatural mix, where danger lurks in darkness. The tunnel's fame reached Japanese pop culture. Films like Howling Village and games like Inunaki Tunnel draw inspiration from it. Real events and fiction combine to create captivating horror narratives. Anime, like Dandadan, references Inunaki Village, shows isolated places full of supernatural energy. Reality seems distorted. Human laws do not apply. A notable legend: Turbo Granny, a mysterious, powerful figure. She protects the village and its secrets. Sometimes she helps, sometimes she warns, maintaining the aura of mystery. Cultural adaptations keep fascination and respect alive. Spirits, disappearances, unexplained phenomena between reality and fiction. The Inunaki Tunnel continues to exert influence. Today, the tunnel remains a mix of reality, legend, and collective fear, a place challenging human curiosity, blending history, tragedy, and the supernatural. Those who approach feel colder air, heavier silence. Even electronics fail mysteriously. Some stories, retold over time, should not be forgotten, nor fully understood. Amid crimes, disappearances, lost villages, films, and anime, the Inunaki Tunnel remains a dark symbol. And the question remains, would you have the courage to cross it? The tunnel waits, silent, dark, ready to test those who dare. If you enjoyed this story, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, share with those who enjoy mysteries and unexplained phenomena.